everyone, it's Molly with Less Stress, More Magic, and I'm in Epcot for my favorite festival the entire year. It is time for Festival of the Arts. Now this is one of the shortest festival of the years. It only runs from the about beginning of January to this year. It's going to go through February 19th. Now what makes this festival so much fun? Well, one, I'm a Disney art collector, so this is literally my paradise. As I'm going to show you guys, there's art booth after art booth and so many wonderful creations. Not only does this festival celebrate traditional arts, but it also celebrates the culinary arts as well as the performing arts. So there is no shortage of art going around here. This festival is super interactive. There's a ton of hands-on activities, which I'm going to show you all of them as well as all of the booths. Will say this is my least favorite festival when it comes to food. The food is pretty, but a lot of it's not so great tasting and it's not really my cup of tea. So we are going to try some food booths, but you'll notice not nearly as many as at the other festivals. So come on, let's go try out my favorite festival the whole year. The first thing you want to do at any Epcot festival is pick up a festival passport. This is going to have all of the food booth menus and locations, as well as all the information about festival activities. Like I already mentioned, this festival is full of hands-on activities, so it's a bit more interactive than the other festivals. First stop of the day is the chalk art, which can be found on the bridge going into World Showcase. Not only are there amazing works of chalk art here, but you can actually watch some artists making some of their creations. It rained pretty hard the day before, so there isn't as much chalk art as I've seen in the past, and it's also just the end of the first week of this festival, so more will accumulate as the festival goes on. Besides this chalk art, there are also chalk Disney characters in their respective countries all over World Showcase. I love this touch, and I think it's super fun to try and find each of the characters as you make your way around. Another popular activity for this festival is the paint by number giant mural in the expression section. This is open every day from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. You actually get to participate in making art in Epcot, so how cool is that? You'll go get your paint and a paintbrush and be assigned a number with that paint. These murals fill up pretty quickly, so they actually have multiple murals that will rotate throughout the festival, so that way all guests have a chance to participate. Once you are done painting a few squares, then they give you a bookmark that shows what the mural will look like when it's all done and finished. I love this activity, and I think it's really fun for all ages. It's also really cool to know that you and basically a bunch of strangers in Epcot made this beautiful giant mural together. There are also multiple Artful Photo Ops throughout the park that let you step right into classic and Disney art scenes. This year, the Sleeping Beauty and Mary Poppins frames were added to the mix, and they are absolutely adorable. Every festival has some type of scavenger hunt, and for Festival of the Arts, it is Figment's Brush with the Masters. You can purchase a game board at Creations, Disney Traders, or World Traveler. They cost $9.99 plus tax. To play, you'll make your way through each of the countries in World Showcase to look for famous arts of work that Figment has taken over. On the back, you'll find stickers that correspond to the works of art. When you find Figment, then you'll take the corresponding sticker and place it on the country where you found that piece. This is actually a little bit harder than one would think, but it is a great activity to keep kids busy while the adults are enjoying some eats and drinks from the festival booths around World Showcase. Once you are done with the scavenger hunt, you can turn it back in and receive a prize, which this year was a paint your own figurine. I of course got Figment, but they also had a Mickey or Minnie Mouse figurine to choose from as well. This festival is all about celebrating art, and that includes the performing arts. The Disney on Broadway concert series takes over the stage each night in the American Adventure Pavilion. The artists rotate throughout the festival, and it is definitely worth seeing if you have the time. The best part of this festival is the art. There are so many artists that come set up booths for this festival, and I could just walk around all day looking at their creations. Like I mentioned, I collect Disney art, so this festival is heaven for me. While some of the pieces are absolutely gorgeous, most of them are outside of my price range. But almost all of the pieces have prints that you can purchase for a fraction of the original piece's price. So that is what I usually end up buying. This year I picked up 3 new prints from Brian Blackmore. I love Epcot, so I just fell head over heels in love for these pieces. Another really cool thing about this festival is that a lot of the artists will actually have scheduled meet and greets, and you can go and get them to sign your prints and have a little chat with them, which is super, super cool. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the food at this festival is my least favorite of all of the festivals. So we're only going to stop at a few booths today. But first up is Pop Eats, which is a fan favorite almost every year. Right, from Pop Eats, we got the pimento grilled cheese sandwich with tomato soup. And this comes with pimento cheese, bacon, and fried green tomatoes. So the pimento grilled cheese was really good at Pop Eats. I actually had this last year and I wasn't impressed at all. It didn't have any flavor last year. This year, much, much better. There was a little bit of heat from the pimento cheese, as well as you can't ever go wrong with bacon and some fried green tomatoes. The tomato soup wasn't anything special, but again, it paired really nicely with the pimento grilled cheese, especially because it was a little bit breezier of a day. I give this one a 9 out of 10 and definitely recommend you come over and check out Pop Eats. Alright, from Mexico, we got the lobster tostada, which I'm very excited to try because I love tostadas and I love lobster. And even though I said that the food at this festival isn't my favorite, usually I do like what Mexico has at every festival. They've yet to let me down, so let's give it a go. So, not bad. Again, Mexico hasn't ever done me wrong. It wasn't the best thing I've ever had in Mexico. If I'm being honest, it was chilled lobster, so it kind of tasted like less fishy tuna salad on a tostada shell with some guacamole and some mild Taco Bell sauce. So again, not bad, but I wouldn't get this again if it didn't return to the festival next year. I wouldn't be heartbroken by any means. So onward to the next stop. Our third stop is Figment's Inspiration Station in the Odyssey. I love how Figment completely takes over this building during this festival. It is so cute and brightly colored. It just makes you want to smile as soon as you walk in. This is also where you're going to find this year's Figment popcorn bucket. From here, we got the rainbow cake, which was here last year, and the rainbow cider flight. The rainbow cake wasn't bad, but it just looks more special than it actually tastes. It's basically just a white cake with white buttercream frosting, but it's definitely very pretty. This is the black cherry hard cider from Three Daughters. Let's give it a go. It's not bad. It kind of tastes like cherry cough syrup with cider. Not terrible. Not great. This one is the Three Daughters passion fruit cider. See how this one does. Oh, that's much better. That's really good. I could drink like a gallon of this, especially on a hot day. And this one is the Three Daughters blood orange cider. That's very nice too. I really taste the blood orange. So basically 2 out of the 3 were really good. The only one that I was meh about was the cherry. It wasn't terrible by any means, but if I were to get a bigger version, I would definitely stick to the passion fruit, and blood orange is very nice. Alright, from Germany we got the Black Forest cake, and I also got a 6 ounce of the rosé cider. I will say, I normally love the drinks at Germany's booths, but again, it's not bad, but it's a little bit better. I definitely wouldn't get it again, and I'm really glad I only got a 6 ounce. Okay, so it's actually more like a mousse inside, and then there's like a little bit of cake at the bottom, but it is really, really good. Again, Germany is usually one of my favorite booths, but overall, I'm very impressed with how much better this food has been at this Festival of the Arts compared to last year. Our last stop is in Japan for the sushi donut. It started raining really hard, So we actually ended up in Morocco to eat this because it was the closest place I knew of that had inside seating. This is a returning item from last year and it was delicious just as expected. I had a blast at Festival of the Arts this year and I hope you had fun coming along with me. Overall, I was pleasantly surprised by the few food booths we hit this year, and I absolutely love my prints by Brian Blackmore. If you enjoyed watching this video, then please give it a like for me. I'll see you all next week.